Good morning. It is Sunday, October 25th. Had a wonderful night's rest. And this afternoon, I'm excited. I have plans to get to see some friends that I have not gotten to really hang out with in much too long. But for right now, this morning, I'm headed to church.
You came along and put me back together. Every desire now satisfied here in your love.
Just got out of church. Mike is playing with the worship group, so he's there for the second service as well. So Mom and I are just gonna go get some Mexican food for lunch. Ashimi's. Mom didn't want her queso. Crazy.
I need some sour cream and pull it off.
You take some of that.
This is spicy. I don't know what has got such a high spice, but I need the sour cream.
So after lunch with Mom, I came home to edit at least one of the videos that I have. The one I filmed yesterday that did need to be edited. The unboxing. I got plans to hang out with Megan and Darion today. Originally at 2. So I got home around noon. I started working on that. And I got a message from them. Their son was just now getting down to a nap. So they're like, probably going to be closer to 3, maybe 3:30. I was like, that's fine. I've also edited the last session video that I need for this year. So, and I just finished that. So, good timing now. And it's about 10 to 2. So, still got probably about an hour at least until they're ready. And, you know, just trying to, and we've decided we're hanging out today. But that was like the extent of what we actually decided. So, still figuring that out. Just got a message like, anyway, part of the reason that we decided, hey, we need to hang out more, whatever, a year and a half ago or however long it was been since we finally got to see each other again at Addison and Stephanie's wedding, was like they just at that time started getting into D&D. I was like, that's old friends merging with my favorite hobby. Awesome. But I figured, you know, because they got a kid, figured it'd probably be easier for them to watch said kid at their own place. So I figured I'd be going over there. We also found out we live like 2 miles apart. So they used to live quite a ways one way. I used to live several more, miles the other way. Unbeknownst to us, as we moved, we ended up rather close together. But I just got a message and like, hey, so what we're doing, could we come over so we could check out your mini collection? And I'm like, absolutely. I could see why they'd be interested in that. But also now I'm like, ooh, I needs to clean. So I'm just gonna clean. Alright, and that's better. I don't need them to think like, oh, Adam keeps such a tidy home. But I felt like I needed to do the dishes. Because those just looked gross. And vacuum the floor because they have a toddler. And toddlers can pick things up off the floor. So it seemed prudent to minimize the things that would be just on the floor. But alright. Needed to clean the place a little bit anyways. Just got a message. They're on their way.
You've been painting miniatures, right?
I have. I paint in the other room where there's not carpet.
Okay, yeah, that's a smart decision.
Lock Axel in here for a little bit, so
That's fine. Yeah. It's like it's not toddler proofed, but I'm like, whatever.
It's fine.
trust me. Well, he goes in my room all the time.
Yeah.
Not as many figurines. I am a little bit jealous, but
Good.
And you're like, I've worked hard enough for you not to be jealous.
And that was fun. Also a bit stressful. Definitely a having to just sort of say, they got a kid. It's like to some extent, it's like I just poured out the cave dwarven forge. Because I'm like, that's fine. Kid can mess with that. I was like, any of the fancy bits are not part of that. And I was like, yeah, you can just play with that. I'm sure some of them are a little slobbery, so I'll leave them on the table to dry. But it was fun getting to see Megan and Darion. Yeah, and they did talk about maybe sometime trying to actually get a sitter and settle in to do maybe like a short D&D game at some point. But they hung out for like 2.5, 3 hours. Not used to being around small children, particularly for that length of time. Whatever, I'm getting older. My friends have kids. Not most of them. Some of them. It's starting to get dark. They have to get him down to bed, so that's why they had to leave. Which makes sense to me. It's just now starting to get dark. I'll shut this up here. Try to minimize how much dark out I see. Minimize the way my brain reacts to it. And really, it was fun. We talked. We caught up. Talked about... Got to show off my Dwarven Forge and mini collection and all that. And some of the stuff I'd painted and all that. And it's also really fun just when I have other nerds that haven't seen my room before walk in and just be like, this is going to take a minute to absorb. Because I do have a very, for a nerd, it is a very fun room to have. I did it deliberately, and I'm happy with it, and it does make me happy when others notice. And I heated up some buffalo wings for dinner. That'll be quite nice. I got things re-tidied around the house. Definitely not accustomed to having a toddler around, but I feel I did fairly well as far as just kind of being chill with whatever. Gotta be curious kid. Well behaved too. Could have been a lot worse. Yeah, it's a fun day. I miss seeing Darion and Megan, and it was fun. And I hope we get to do it more often. But for now, I'm gonna eat some dinner and get to bed. Thank you for joining me, and join me as my journey continues. Bye.